and welcome here to TalkFCB, and welcome back to what has been a perfect week for Barça. We have followed up the Napoli win with another at the Metropolitano tonight, where Barça have snapped Atletico Madrid's 25-game unbeaten run at home in La Liga. And who is the man that opened the scoring? It was Joao Felix. He has done it again against his parent club, and I could not be happier to sign off this way ahead of the international break. We're going to be talking about it all right here, so let's get to it. Because as we do get into the match, I have to give a shout out again to Jesse. We have done it now. After each of our last 3 victories, he is becoming the unofficial mascot of this channel. Absolutely incredible super thanks there. And he continues to propel us to these victories. And I also want to give another really special shout out here to somebody who said that their brother was smiling in heaven after Barça beat Napoli. Well, I'm sure he would have enjoyed this victory tonight just as much. Absolutely amazing feelings here amongst all of us Barcelona fans. And guys, ahead of the game, it was looking tricky for us because we actually thought coming into this Atletico Madrid game that we'd arrive with no new injury problems. And we thought, okay, we'll keep the same kind of team that beat Napoli, we'll continue on that same path. But no, on match day, Joao Cancelo ruled out of the game, didn't even make the trip there. He was not in the squad to face Atleti because of injury concern. And then there was an even later withdrawal because Christensen was named in the team. He was in the starting lineup, but then in the warm-up, he had to be replaced. He suffered their discomfort. There was concern over him. I think at this point, Barca are not going to be taking any risks at all. And Fermin Lopez replaced him at the very last moments. This right here was the Barcelona starting lineup already there. Hector Fort coming in at left back, Kubasi, Araujo and Koundé along the back line. Midfield then was Sergio Roberto in from the start today. Fermin and Gundogan was the deepest player, with Joao Felix in the starting lineup there. Xavi putting faith in him, wanting a big performance, and he did have a point to prove. Because I do think, guys, to be perfectly honest, that what we saw out there, you can see right here with this makeshift midfield, because by the way, even before this game, it was a makeshift midfield too. We have been just getting by in that area. We are so thin on the ground, and even more so today. So what we didn't have today was any real control of this game. Without a natural holding midfield player there or anything really close to it, the game was going to be quite open. It was quite scrappy at times. What we actually focused on today, though, was quick transitions. We actually moved the ball very quickly in periods there, trying to be a bit more direct when needed, and I actually thought here the tactics today very much worked against this Atleti setup, as we're going to talk about from the goals that we did score, because certainly the man to kick it all off was indeed Joao Felix, because we wondered what kind of reception he'd get from the Atleti fans in this game. Because let's not forget, guys, he's only on loan. I know he scored against them, and I know he has again today, but they still own Joao Felix. He is still your player, and yet every single time he got the ball, so many whistles there, such a hostile atmosphere inside the stadium, but you felt as though, again, it will be written in the stars. When Lewandowski made that cutback, you thought, who's going to be coming onto it? Of course it's going to be Joao. And you've got to give credit in this goal here, the first one, to Ilkay Gundogan. On the edge of the box there, absolutely immaculate footwork. He really does make this goal happen. Lewandowski's key as well, because I think Atleti are expecting Lewandowski to shoot. They're not expecting him to pass there, to be unselfish, to cut that ball back. Joao Felix in the right place at the right time. And I've got to say as well, it must have taken so much from him, so much discipline there, not to celebrate. Because with every single person inside the stadium whistling at you, wanting you to fail, and again then, you produce, I think it had to take every bit of him there not to break out in celebration. And I think a lot of Barcelona players maybe got around him just to try to make sure here not to escalate this kind of situation. But brilliant moment there again for Joao. These are the moments where he does come alive, when he has that real point to prove. But that was certainly not the end of the drama, and especially in the first half as well, because just a few minutes after that goal, goal, well, Xavi then got himself booked and promptly got himself sent off in very, very quick succession. I've got to be honest with you here, guys. I know that Xavi has got a lot of bookings this season. Obviously, he's not really been seeing eye to eye with the refs, but I can sympathise with him because every single game, the refs are usually dreadful. So I do understand where he's coming from. I'd understand there having a bit of a shout, having a bit of a moan as Xavi did tonight, because in that first half, it honestly looked as though the ref did not want to book an Atletico Madrid player. There were so many fouls there, quite cynical ones as well at times, and every time we were winning the ball back really high up the field, in really good areas, we were pressing really, really well. Every single time it seemed as though the referee would bail Atletico Madrid out there. He would make sure that he would give a foul for a really, really soft challenge there. So I think Xavi understandably frustrated, but I think at half-time, that first goal in this game for Barça, it was absolutely key there to follow on from the Napoli game, to get ahead in this game, and from then on, I've got to be honest, I felt confident in the team. I felt confident that once we were ahead, we would actually go on and win this game. We would actually go on in that second half and make sure maybe that we added more goals, and that is something that's been different about this team recently. We have looked more confident. We have certainly been much more clinical, and that is definitely what we saw in the second half, and very, very early on, because what a start it was from Robert Lewandowski there, because you want to say about this goal, he takes the touch away from the goal. As he's running there, the touch actually bounces off him. He's then very, very wide. It's such a tight angle. And to score from there against Jan Oblak, who, as we know, is a wonderful shot stopper, that is an absolutely phenomenal finish there from Lewandowski. To hit that there, low across the goal, in off the post, absolutely wonderful. And a huge goal again, because that then sucked all of the life out of Atletico Madrid. They really seemed quite deflated then to start the second half like that. Everything seemed to go out the window with them, and Barcelona just kept on coming. But you've also got to give credit here today to Ter Stegen, because once again, in a crucial moment of the game, just like against Napoli, he comes up big. It's a really, really big save. Marcos Llorente clatters one towards goal. Real power on the effort. Ter Stegen is there. Strong right arm. Then he gets up. He's not just happy with that save. He's then ready for the follow-up from Memphis. Two real big moments in the game to keep our lead, to keep a 2-goal lead. Ter Stegen, absolutely phenomenal. I thought Jules Koundé, he also deserves real credit there. I thought it was another really impressive, really dominant performance from him. I know that he doesn't enjoy it at right back, but we enjoy watching him there. We enjoy him in that position because he is so solid, so dependable, and it was another top performance from him. You've got to mention Pau Kabassi. Again, what he's doing at his age, the ability that he's showing, the calmness he plays with. We are running out of words, and so many, again, real top performances today from Barça. Real energy, real determination to win this game, even if at times it wasn't pretty. But the one player that I really do want to talk about, and the one player I think actually deserves more praise than anybody today, it's Robert Lewandowski, because it wasn't just about that brilliant goal, the brilliant finish that he had. I thought everything, and I mean everything about his game today, it was absolutely fantastic. He was pulling out tricks. He was really getting involved in the build-up play. He was everywhere. He was over on the right-hand side. He was over on the left. He was down the middle. He was involved, and all to good effect. He wasn't breaking anything down. The touches today, they were good. They were immaculate at times in certain areas. And you look at the third goal, it's another assist here. 2 assists on the day for Lewandowski. This ball in, absolutely wonderful. And there was one as well in the first half. He crossed it to Rafinha, picked him out wonderfully well. And I thought his play today was absolutely fantastic. And what a goal it was as well for Fermin Lopez there. Making that forward run, you know you got the energy, you know you got the attacking intent from him. He's getting in the box again. He puts away the header. And that is 2 goals in 2. He got an absolutely huge one there against Napoli, and he has followed it up with another goal right here. And this is what I mean about players like Fermin Lopez. For him today, he wasn't even supposed to be playing, he wasn't even going to be in the starting lineup. But once he was, he performed there. You know, he gave you something, he offered something in the game, and somebody there who can regularly chip in with a goal here and there, that is very, very valuable to your squad indeed. And it was another real energetic performance from him. And we did see Rafinha go off then after 60 minutes of the game. Rafinha once again today, very hard working. He was more over on the right-hand side as a traditional winger. He did seem, when he came off, a little bit frustrated there on the bench. Whether that was because maybe he thought he didn't deserve to come off, wanted to stay out there. We've seen that a few times before from Rafinha. But what you can never ever doubt from him is that raw passion, that raw desire to be out there, to help the team whenever possible. That has always been evident in his game. And I want to say on Lamine Yamal, even though he wasn't starting, there is no injury concern for him. It was simply a case today of Xavi feeling as though he didn't want to play him from the start. It's been an intense period. He's played lots of minutes. We do not want to burn him out, of course. And then on 76 26 minutes. Joao Felix was subbed off. He was whistled again by the entire stadium. And I thought it was interesting when Joao went off. He was sort of looking around the stadium. He actually clapped them. Whether that was a sarcastic clap, I don't know. But he was just looking around, taking it all in. And for him, 2 games this season against his parent club, Atleti, 2 goals. And in each game as well, the opening goal in both cases. And he can be very, very proud of his contribution. And there were today much needed minutes, I thought, for Vitor Roque coming on. And Marc Casado as well. He's been in the squad list so many times, never played in La Liga. He finally got that chance today. And here's what it all means for Barca right now, guys. We are back into second place in the league. Obviously, that's not what we aim for at the start of the season. We want to be at the top, but it's good now to be back in second, to put that pressure as much as possible on Real Madrid. We are 8 points back right now as it stands, with 9 games to go this season in the league. But the most important thing is the confidence side. The most important thing here is that we beat Napoli, we're through in the Champions League, we've got games coming up against PSG, and what we have done tonight is kept that momentum going. What we have done tonight is even more so now filled ourselves with belief. We know we're on a good path. We know we are returning to a really confident period right now for this club. Let's keep it going. Let's keep the excitement going. And certainly here tonight, we were clinical. And we have not said that many times this season. So please, guys, do let me know all of your thoughts in the comments down below. What are your reactions tonight from this game against Atletico Madrid? Barcelona 3-0 winners. And we move into the break with big smiles on all of our faces. And that's why we do it, guys. Thank you indeed, as always, for watching, for getting involved here, for all of your energy. Let's keep this going. I will see you soon with lots more coming up, of course. Plenty to discuss. But until next time, as always, Visca, El Barça, we march on.